Okay, so I've been working on my red Jeep, and the dash is all screwed up in it. So like, whatever, the gauges aren't working very well, and I know it's the gauge cluster. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to write my own gauge cluster. So I'm using Pi Game, and I'll let this boot here. It takes just a minute to boot. Okay, boots up, and this is one of the things I have to fix it, so make it so it boots faster. And it's going to load the gauge sample application that I built in just a moment. Like I said, one of the things I got to do is get this to load faster. Okay, so here's the gauge sample application. So you've got your temperature sensor. Notice it goes red. You've got voltage sensor, or voltage gauge. Same with oil pressure. Tachometer goes to 8,000. If you'll notice, this is actually made to wrap. Not that I'd ever go that fast, but yeah. Then we've got the fuel gauge, and it should go red too. Yep. And then left turn signal indicator, right turn signal indicator, high beam indicator. That's basically what's on the dash right now. I think I got a picture of it actually. eBay. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. So I moved this here, and then all the rest stays the same. This one I may change out with an LCD screen too, but I haven't decided. So the screen is a really cheap, let me, right here. This would be the same screen that I'm using. It's a 11.6 inch, 1366 by 768. You can see on the back side, we have an HDMI to 30 pin, and then I'm running an orange Pi for actual dashes, and then these will be the pins, the pinouts. I got some level converters coming, so everything in the vehicle runs at 12 volt, so I have to convert it down to 5 volt or 3.3 volt actually to support the Pi. Otherwise, I may run it into an Arduino and then into the Pi. I think the Pi just gives me the ability to make nicer gauges, different gauge faces if I want to. So I'm actually using Python Gaming to make this work. So yeah, hopefully the new gauge cluster comes, because when that comes, I'm going to take it apart. I basically need it so I can pump voltage into the new gauge cluster to see how it acts for the gauges, so I can make sure to emulate it in the Pi, because a lot of that stuff's not documented very well. But it should fit, based on my measurements, this screen should fit in the same case as the current gauge cluster, or be very close. So yeah, sample gauges.